Cody, that's such an awesome video. Thank you for making that for us, sir.
It was fun. A lot of fun.
It was. Well, everybody, welcome to 2022. I'm 46 years old. When I was born in the 80s, I thought the 2000s. That's going to be weird. And now we're 22 years deep into this, guys. So, and we are beyond excited to roll out phase 2 of the Pullers Championship, where I was saying this yesterday in one of my lives or the day before. I don't know, has there ever been a pull in the history of the world that the fans got to pick who's going to be there? And I'm not trying to think we're awesome, but I kind of think we're awesome right now.
We are really totally freaking awesome because no one's done this.
And I love how transparent we've been since day one with the Facebook posts. Somebody went on pull off and said we weren't promoting it enough. So I spent 3.5 hours that particular day, and I posted every single invite. And I want to have the longest thread on pulloff.com history. That is my goal with that. So just to prove that one guy wrong. But no, in all seriousness, we're beyond excited. May 13th and 14th for the Pullers Championship. The fan vote is live now. And let's pretend you've been under a rock and you do not know what the Pullers Championship it is. This is brainchild of everybody on this screen right now, along with Roos, Ferenc Vey, Leroy Schluter, Brad Holzauer, Brent Shorefidey, and a band of other conversations at 3 a.m. of we need to have a true National Tractor Pulling Championship, a true Roos. We need to have a true Pullers Championship, and that's where we came up with this name, where we invite the best of the best, and we did that. We took the top 3, the top 4, the top 5, depending upon the class, and we invited those to the Pullers Championship. The goal is to have a 4-hour show. We all did the math, and we said about 120 hooks roughly, 2 sleds. We got Bungart sleds coming. We got tech officials. We got announcers. We got the whole thing lined up. We gave all the initial invites until December 31st at 11:59 p.m. a chance to sign up, to accept their initial invite. Some people turned it down. Hey, we think we're going to be farming. We understand that. And we do want to say the reason we picked that date, all of us, is because it either had to be spring or fall, because we did not want to fall on top of a PPL, an Outlaw, or a Grand National NTPA hook, right? So we went with May 13th and 14th, knowing that many of you pullers are farmers. But we also knew that we had a better chance of getting you before the season started than we did at the end of the season. We had to make that up. We thought about the summer. We thought about 4th of July or something in the middle, but we feel like this is a great date. So many pullers have accepted. Many pullers have declined their invitation. Now the fan votes. You, the fan, gets to pick who you're going to see at the Pullers Championship May 13th and 14th in Nashville, Illinois. So it's going to be awesome. Now, what's going to happen? This is where I need Brent to take over a little bit because he's our IT wizard and he's been working behind the scenes with all that. But I think you can vote once a day, Brent. Is that the deal?
Yep. So you can vote once per day. So you'll just go to our website. Schultz, if you just want to pull it up, if you want to pull up that link.
Yep.
And we can kind of just walk through what you can expect once you go to put in your entries. So keep in mind, I'm looking at the entries that are coming in now, and it looks like most people are just voting for one. You can vote up to a certain number depending on the class. So if you look under the class name, it'll say how many tractors.
People are already voting?
Yes.
Awesome.
How many that you can vote for in each class. So like the Pro Stock class, you can vote up to 10. So if you just want to go through here, Schultz, so you can kind of just read that. The first round goes until Sunday, January 16th at 11:59 p.m. You can vote you have to vote for at least one puller in each class, but you're able to vote up to a certain number depending on the class. Again, that
Now,
is
there's some
under each class.
strategy on that, Brent. If I'm voting for myself, if I vote for other people, does that make it harder for me? Is that why people are voting for just one vehicle, you think?
I mean, you can play it however you want. You can vote
I
for
don't
one, you can vote for-
I don't think they understand that you can do that. It's just an instinct reaction to go for one.
Okay.
Yep. So you can just go ahead and start here. Again, you can vote once per day. This will automatically include your date. This is how we're going to track if you are submitting or trying to submit more than once a day. So don't do it because it should deny you. And if it lets you through, we can still track it. So don't do it. And then you just put in your first and last name. You'll put in the email address. And then you'll start. So if you see under limited pro stock tractors, it'll tell you, it says please choose up to 9 tractors. Maybe hard to see on Schultz's screen. But you go through here and you can choose up to 9 tractors. If you try choosing 10, it'll say that you can only choose 9 entries and it'll alert you. And then, so right now it says the maximum number is allowed is 9. So you have to deselect until you're at 9 or under. And then you can just go through. And I'm getting live updates on my phone and it's literally starting to blow up. So
That's awesome.
And keep in mind, guys, like the initial invites, the points guys that we extended that initial invite to,
Mhm.
if they're in this. They're in this fan vote. They have the double right of refusal. We know some aren't gonna, and they've made that clear, and that's fine. But I don't want to bias anybody with giving out that, because if enough fan vote comes through for those guys saying we want to see you, they might change their mind. So keep that in mind.
Brent,
another thing too-
don't use my votes when it comes through, obviously.
Yeah. So once you get through all the way to the end, after the modified class, it'll just say submit. As long as you filled everything out properly, at least one in each class and not going over the certain number for each class, it'll submit properly, as well as putting in your name and email address.
I'm seeing a lot of people, type in names of people they want to see there, and that's fine. Like Greg Oxum says, digging for a living. And
Yep.
we've all seen Ashelman been, working social media, tell people to vote for him. Greg, your vote doesn't count in the chat. You got to go to the website that we're on right now. So, and I did put that in there. Brent, where else have you posted the link tonight so far?
Yeah, so it's also on our Facebook page. It is pinned as the top post. So if you go to the Polaris Championship Facebook page, it'll be there as well. It'll also kind of go over, when it's going to be live, for how long it's going to be live for. Second round of voting then will open up a week later. Again, on this show, we will be taking the top 20 from each class, and we will put together a new list. And then so like for the modified tractors, we need 9 tractors to fill the class. In the second round, whoever's the top 9 is going to get the invites. If somebody declines, we just go down the list, and we will keep going until we fill that class. If for some reason we can't fill, then we will go out and it'll be a promoter's choice to fill those positions. So that's just how that's going to work with that. If you are not on the list, and you competed in 2021, let us know. If you are not on the list and you built a new tractor for this year, switch classes, or just didn't compete this year, we didn't put you on the list because we don't know that information, because we only selected the vehicles and put together a list based on 2021 competitors. So if you competed in the class in 2021, we put you down on this list. If you didn't compete this year, build a new tractor, whatnot, you have to reach out to us. That's the only way that you'll be getting on this list.
Yeah,
so,
we're not blowing you off. It's just not an oversight on our part necessarily. We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of work to try to figure out who still is polling, but for whatever reason took a year off.
So Jeremy,
is yours? I'm guessing his is light super then.
see, this is why this is good because
Yeah.
Brent,
Yep,
how many
I will
polls
get it
have you
changed right
guys
now.
listed?
I was just looking at
1,000?
OSCPA results, I think, for your tractor, and you were
Heavy. He's probably
Very
heavy
good
super,
class.
regional heavy super, and state heavy super.
Charles, you drinking beer?
Yeah.
What kind?
Bad Blue.
Oh, that's like a Canadian thing, isn't it?
I live within 30 minutes of the Canadian border. So that's how we grew up.
That's
like it.
partially a Michigan thing.
Oh, it is. There's a fine
Big
line.
time. Big time.
Yeah, Jeremy, Brent was saying that he saw your results in some unlimited super. So yeah, I'm sure we've missed somebody. I'm sure we have something wrong. This is your chance to get on there. We're all very responsive. Get a hold of us. Brent is our IT wizard, and
we're not trying to shortchange anybody. Like if we got something wrong about you and have you in the wrong place, like let us know, man. We're gonna fix it because we're not trying to shortchange anyone.
Will you show results
I'll-
daily as the votes are coming in? That's a
No.
no.
No,
We don't know that, and we won't have access to that.
The only person that will know is me, and I will show all the results once they come in. We are using Jot forms for this. They have a reporting tool. We will run the report live on the show to show who is the top 20.
And not all the bribes in the world are going to get Brent to divulge who's ahead. Don't try. Don't waste his time. He's our tech guy. Like he has delivered so much to this event on that level.
Yeah.
Don't waste his time. But if you want to be honest and you want to wage a huge social media campaign for yourself, by all means, that's what this is about. Do
Exactly.
it. Go for it. Just
Do it,
don't.
Jenny.
Don't
That's
ask,
exactly.
don't ask.
You're exactly who we're talking to here.
Yeah.
Get full bore on that list and get everybody you know to be voting for full bore on once a day. That's how we get. That's how we see
Jeremy,
you guys in Nashville in May. And
Jeremy, you're now
Jeremy,
updated.
we had you listed as a light. There's time to build a bigger motor if you want to step up. No time like the present.
Yep. And Jeremy,
We'll
you
get
are
him, Jet.
now updated as a light super, so you should be good to go on that. Just verify that for me, please. And again,
Jenny,
if anybody needs anything that needs a change, let us know right away so we can do it. We already had a message. Brian Deck and Gage Ott, Dream On Tractor is going to a limited pro, so they already asked us to go put them on the list.
Mark, you need to go to the website. I'm going to put in the comments right now. That's where you vote. No, we're not counting anything in the comments. We love the comments. I'm glad to see you're voting for it, but the website's super easy. I was able to do it. I did it a little bit ago on the show. I can't do it again because I don't have another email address. So
And Jenny, the full bore tractor, is on the 4-1 list. We did check that. So
Yep. What else was I going to say?
And if you like you don't see the semis, you don't see the diesel supers on there, and you don't see the 85 limited pros, the 85 limited pros promoter choice. 12 tractors were invited back in October. When did we roll this out, guys?
October.
Yep, that was rolled out that day, and we can go back and show you that video. The 12 tractors that were invited, they've all accepted. The diesel supers, we invited the top 5 NTPA Grand National, and we've been working with Travis. And the rest of those are promoter choices. That class is almost full, I believe.
10 of 12.
Waiting on Esden Lane to give us a ring and jingy.
Esden,
Do it. Esden kind of wants you here, buddy. So
Kind of need
many
a gold
thanks.
grill.
What's that, Roos?
We kind of need a gold grill in the Pullers Championship.
I was Roos. I saw one of the farming pages that you follow was doing a top 21 of 21 today. Like popular posts. So I've been doing that for Beer Money and for the Outlaws. Look at Charles. Hold on, Charles. Let me make you big.
I honestly wish I could show you guys how fast these entries are coming in.
Oh, Charles. Esden Lane.
What's the number of entries that have been submitted so far, Brent?
We're over 50.
In
love it.
19 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I will tell you right now, there is a large population of pullers who have submitted.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've got some messages from a few of them saying that they've done
Well,
it already.
this was our dream. And again, this is a lot of sober talk. This is a lot of drinking talk at 2 a.m, a lot of ideas being around all of you in the pits. Every single one of us goes into the pits too late into the morning, and we have these discussions. And then we stumbled into this Brad Holzhauer guy, and he has our back, and he's got a facility, and he's got our back, and that's it. Not one of us on this screen has the cojones to do this.
I wanted
Brad
to take a screenshot of what he said the other night and said something about, I don't want to make a single cent off this poll. And
He does.
no,
and it proves to that this is for the pullers. I mean, the fact that somebody is willing to, stick it out for us and, give us a facility, give us financial backing for whatever we would need. And then we are just out there to make sure that we can make zero. I mean, break even, and that we can give as much money back to the pullers that we possibly can. And
again, we are soliciting sponsors.
Yep.
In about 40 minutes, Kevin Campbell and Colin Ross are going to come on from KS Fab. They're coming on as a class sponsor, a generous donation from Kevin this past weekend, and we're going to talk with them a little bit. They love this event. Colin is going to be competing in the Unlimited class.
Mhm.
I know they're getting stuff ready for Louisville right now as well. They're getting Philip Parrish's Pro Stock ready. I shared one of their posts of the Billet Dash that basically went viral. Everybody was commenting on that. So that was a lot of fun to see that going on there. So, but again, I just put the link in there again as well. But we talked about it, but this is where you, the puller or a fan, if you're a super fan of a particular vehicle, this is where you would get your database, your social media, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your TikTok, your Facebook, and send people to the website to vote for them. Then phase 3 is when the classes are set and somebody says, what's the payout look like? The payout looks like as many people sitting in those bleachers as you can, the more money you're going to put in your pocket. And we're going to turn you, the puller, into the promoter. Because for the first time ever, you're guaranteed the entire gate and the entire live stream. So you need to go out and do it. You need to go out and push. Because
You
you're
want to
the
see
one
how
you
much
can
money we
win
can
as
pay
much as
somebody?
you want.
Get your butt in the seats.
And if you can't make it for some reason, if it's just not possible, buy a live stream. This is going to be live streamed through whatsmoking.net. That's just like being at the pool. So you're supporting the pool, whether you're there or not. If you want to get a watch party together, everybody throw in $5. It's going to be, I don't know what they normally are. $30 a session or something like that. It's going to be about what it would take to get to the show. And you're going to be supporting these pullers in this poll just like you were if you were there.
And that's a great segue. And if you guys saw my post on the Beer Money Pulling Team group, if you did, don't answer this question. But how many just traditional pulling fans, guys, Charles, Brent, Paul, I'm asking you this, Cody, Ryan, think in their life have actually paid for an actual live stream, not the MAV TV subscription, but actually went and bought a live stream? Give me a percentage, guys. 1%, Brian?
No,
I'd say
I would imagine 20 to 25.
Yeah.
maybe.
I was going to say probably around that 20%.
No, I know it's just a small, I think a few hundred people are voting, but it's right down the line, 50%. 50% of the people have never, ever bought a live stream. You guys, that's the future of polling. That's what Yellowstone is. You guys, that's the future of TV. You're going to buy your show. You're going to buy your channel. You know what I mean? That's where MAV TV, with Forrest's money and the technology you have, they're light years ahead of everybody already. I know the Outlaws are trying with outlawpulling.tv. The NTPA has, what's it called, guys? RFD TV, and then they have a live stream package for the whole year, right?
Yep. Yes.
So the three major associations have it. I don't know. Are there any state associations, Charles? Do you have anything up by you that's doing it yet?
No. And we tried to way back in the battle days when it was so primitive. Like we were doing it in the sidetrack property, and it's a horrible pain in the butt. No, they're not. But I've bought shows that I'm the announcer for because I'm a glutton for self-punishment and want to see how bad I sucked when I called a certain thing. So I just try to learn. But yeah, I'm one of those who has actually paid for shows because I'm trying to learn, man. You never can stop. So I hope everybody does.
No, I love it. And that's a great point. And please, if you're just joining us, the live vote, and you just copy the website that we have put in here and we post on our Facebook page. And then you tell people, hey, put on your Facebook page, put on your Snapchat, put your Instagram, say, please go to this website and vote for me. That's what we need you to do. We're engaging you, the fan, to vote for the pullers that you want to see. Brent, can you go down again how round one's going to work and the dates on it?
So round one obviously just opened up. It'll go till Sunday, January 16th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time, so pretty much midnight. You will be able to vote once per day. You will go through. You have to it'll show up the date, and then you'll hit next, put in your first and last name, email address, and then it will go into there are 8 of the 11 classes are fan votes. The other 3 are promoter's choice, the rest of them. So you will be able to vote. You have to vote for at least 1 tractor or truck in each class, and you can vote up to however many, which is designated under each class. So under the limited pro stock tractors, like the name, it'll say, please vote up to 9 tractors. So you can vote up to 9. If you vote over 9, it'll alert you. You have to make sure that you have at least 9 or less checked, and with at least 1 being checked. So once you hit next, takes you to the next class. You'll keep going through. Once you hit submit, it'll say thank you. If you try submitting again, it will not let you, because it'll only let you vote once per day. That's pretty much about it, other than making sure that if you're a poller and you are not on that list, let us know. And if you didn't participate this year in an event, you wouldn't be on the list, because that's what we base our list off of, is as long as you competed in 2021 at least once. And we hope that we found all the associations that have these classes. But if not, just let us know. If you built a new vehicle for 2022 and it'll be ready, if you switched class, we already had a competitor from Super Farm going limited pro. So they reached out to us, make sure that we added them to the list. And then if you didn't compete in 2021, let us know so that we can get you put on there, because we aren't going to try digging back and finding all those competitors who didn't participate this year, but maybe participated the last couple of years. So just let us know if there's somebody missing, wrong class, whatever. The other thing I was going to mention is it doesn't matter who the driver is. It's just the vehicle. So if it's a driver that's on there that isn't actually going to be the driver at the event, that's fine. Just make sure that you're on the list as the vehicle's on the list, and the rest we can take care of once we get you registered if you do get voted in. So.
And then if you are watching the show and you have voted already, just put in the comments that I voted. I'd be curious to see how many people have actually voted already. So we do want to talk about Ship
To be fair,
Shawarma.
we put a lot of work into this too.
Yeah.
Like if we get 2 weeks in and it's the voting window is closed, and you let us know, and look, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry if we missed you or we made a mistake, but like the team you see here and more people beyond what's on your screen are working and have reviewed these lists, and we're trying to do our best and do right by you guys, because this is about you. If we miss you, man, I'm so sorry. I want to get that right, and we'll correct it as soon as we can. But if we get 2 weeks deep and the window closes and it's too late, man, it's not. It wasn't on purpose. We weren't. It's not us being a hater. We just didn't know, and we missed you. And it's no one. If you're gonna play the politics game and it's who you know, who it's this, that, the other. No, man, we're trying to be honest with everybody.
Yep.
So if you definitely have the skin in the game with any of these classes that are open for fan vote, you gotta let us know, because the window is open now. We've got to get you on this list. So.
That's funny. I like that.
We should have thought of that.
But going off
Right.
what Carl said, so I initially put together the list of everyone that competed, and the amount of time that it took to do that. It was a lot. And so obviously I know that I was going to miss people, put multiple, maybe put a puller in there multiple times, whatever it may have been. And then working with Charles, we kind of made sure that the lists were right. Everyone else kind of looked over it. And it took several hours to put these lists together, and
Several days. Don't undersell it. We put a lot of work.
yeah,
into
it was over the course of several days, but it was several hours. And I think just seeing this now, just seeing how many people are voting, it's definitely been worth it. Just to give you guys an update, we are soaring, and we are up to 120 entries or votes already. So
awesome.
It's and I have a feeling it's just going to keep doing that probably the rest of the night here. I'm probably going to have to turn off notifications for jot forms, but yeah, it's been.
Hey, Brent.
I can kind of see some of these names that are popping in, and there are definitely some fan favorites I can tell already. So,
Brent, I want to ask a question that was texted to me.
Yeah.
If I'm selected, I'm just Joe Bull Puller. And so if I'm in that final 9 and you're going to call me and then it's just going to be like before, I either have to pay my $500 or decline it. Then what happens if I decline that spot? What are we doing?
Then we move down the list. So we'll have round 2 will be top 20. So round 2 is going to start from what we initially said when we rolled this out will be 8 p.m. on Monday, January 24th, and that will go until Sunday, February 13th at 11:59 p.m. And then on Monday night on our show on February 14th, we will announce the top 9, say for the limited pro stock tractors class. We have the top 20 list. So if somebody were to decline it, we move down. So we'll go to the number 10 spot, and then we will invite them if somebody does turn it down. If we get through all 20, that's more likely. I don't think is going to happen, but if it were, then it would go to a promoter's choice. So we'd have to fill that class because we're going to have to give these, pullers a week or two to be able to accept before moving on. And I think that's only fair, and I don't think we're going to ever run into that issue. But yeah, if somebody were to decline, we have at least 10 in each class to move on to. So
Steve Bausma voted. Yeah, Bausma.
he sure did.
I'm so proud Steve uses his computer and everything. That makes me so happy. Good stuff. Guys, this is our dream. I mean, it's our dream. It's everybody's dream, and we're sharing in this together, and you get to be part of it. I feel like such a talk show host right now.
I'm just going to
We're
update
giving
you
away
now.
UW
So in that time that I explained the fan voting again, we have gotten 21 more votes. Like my phone I could probably just keep this up here and it'll just keep buzzing and just putting alerts one after another.
Charles, you see that?
No, I'm busy voting.
Look at Andy said about you.
Gerbaugh, why are you talking smack?
Doesn't he take the winter off and like disappear for 3 months and go snowmobile in the deep woods?
Apparently not yet.
So
It's his old ass eyes. He didn't see what was on this hat. That's why he didn't realize why I was wearing it backwards. So
there you go.
Eat a little crow there, Andy.
So just to kind
but
of
I'll,
give
but
you,
I'll, but I'll promote I'll promote Sick Pizza. That's good.
Posh, can you get me one of those?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I got you.
Hey, Cody,
Yeah.
just for you, buddy.
Oh my.
Appreciate that.
Ryan, hold that up again.
Yeah, hold that up again.
Nah, this is an inside joke. This is not actually Pappy.
Oh, that's okay. I know
Yeah.
what it is.
Don't worry. That's just to make Cody mad.
Yeah.
Cody,
Paul, do you have your Eaton Beaver shirt on? You do.
nice.
The Shipshawana guys.
I forgot you bought one of those.
no, I got this give to me at Hillsboro.
Mm.
Shore Fighty's got one too.
Hey,
We
I
traded
got
some
the hoodie.
6. Hey, looky there.
hey,
We traded some 618 shirts for these.
nice.
Mark's on.
Mark, we can't tell you that. You need to go to the website, Mark, and vote. How long do they have? 10 days? 14 days?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days and 2 hours or 3 hours
22
and
hours
59
and
minutes.
something.
Mark, go to the website that I just posted in the comments and vote for yourself.
A question for Mark is is he wanting the 1456? Is that the one he's referencing to? Or is he wanting another tractor in it?
Well, he's got a shed full.
I know.
We need to get Mark on Let's Grow Pulling. We had him on Outlawed Live. It was an amazing interview.
That was the best interview I've ever listened to.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a very good one.
I don't think, Brent, that Mark's got ownership of that 1456. That's Alan's.
Then he's going to have to let us know which one he wants in, and we'll put him in.
So Alan's the only one in there.
Because we didn't include the Outlaw light super stock, just their unlimited super stock. But I mean, they can run the class technically.
Absolutely. Well, if any cast ass can run with a component, it's going to be Ulmer's.
Yeah,
Cast
Took
ass.
the words out of my mouth.
So, and I'm not afraid to say cast ass. I have a cast ass, and I couldn't run with the big boys, so it's all good.
yeah. Mark, just let us know what tractor, unless you want both of them in, and we can get them added in.
So just to kind of recap, the Pullers Championship, May the 13th and 14th in Nashville, Illinois, at the track at Holzhauer's. $15 gets you in the gate, and that will get you anywhere in the pits or on the general admission side. We're going to pull Friday night and Saturday night. We highly encourage you to get there early, walk around the pits, see some of these tractors up close, talk to these drivers. We want you guys to be, we want you guys to be up close and personal with all of this iron that's here. Just take a look there. If you go to the website, there is some lodging information. I know some of the hotels are starting to fill up pretty good. A couple of them are sold out, so there's still plenty of hotel rooms available fairly close by. One of the users here, I'm not sure who that is, just says Facebook user, must be one of the admins. There is camping available. There are no hookups, so you can, pull a camper in, and you can be there. You'll be right there within walking distance of all the haulers and the pullers. And, just come. The facility is great. Can't say enough about it. Brad Holzhauer and Dirk Neerman, all the guys at 618, every year they're doing something to improve the facility. So there's not a bad seat in the house. Plenty of big aluminum bleachers. They're bringing in more. There's not a bad seat in the house. So definitely want to check it out. And like we've said earlier, if you can't be there, the live stream, of course, we'll have links on everything. Zolik's going to do the live stream from there. So it's all HD. Brent will be up in a lift running a camera. So if you can't be there, check out the live stream. It's supporting a pull just the same as anywhere else.
Yep.
Hey, Brent, did you happen to see Mark's answer?
I did. So
That's
he's already on the
kind
list.
of a cool answer.
So Mark, we got the new tractor put on there. So it'll be listed under new tractor, and then in parentheses D21, and then your name, Mark Ulmer. So if anybody wants to vote for Mark, he's now on that list. If you already voted, you'll have to wait till tomorrow and the rest of the days to vote him in. Also, I did see Lisa's comment about the outlaw mods. We're still just running like the NTPA, National Farm Machinery Show rules. So if any of the outlaw mods want to run those rules, they need to get a hold of us so we can get them on the list. I don't know who would be willing to or is even capable of running those rules. So that's one of those. It's the same thing with some of the other associations that we aren't 100% sure with some of their rules. They're just gonna have to reach out to us. So the ones that we know for sure are on the list.
Jer, you can vote. We're all voting. I'm going to vote every day.
Hell yes, I'm voting.
I got to get Tony McDonald in there so I can stick it in his butt, Paul. Kick his butt right in front of everybody.
There you go.
Jerry, you can vote. We also can vote. So it's open to everyone.
We're fans. We're fans too. We're fans that will be working at the show, but we're fans.
Let's see who Charles voted for.
Out
Go
him.
for it. It's good. I found one you can take off in the 2-wheel drive. I'll message you.
Okay.
He sold it.
Can we keep it on in case the new owner wants it?
Yeah, I guess. It was just rolling chassis, but Dwayne Bond's high yield is on the 2-wheel drive list. That truck was sold and it went west. I don't know who's got it. So
we'll keep it on the list. If it gets voted in, we'll reach out to previous owner and get
Subtle,
the-
Jared. Subtle.
it's all good.
So
Without even seeing the picture, I know who he's voting for.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a promoter's choice class, so
You know I voted for all the fucking Perkins Pro stocks. That's done.
And there's
Right, my
quite a
friends.
few of them that are interested in coming.
Schultz, you want to post the link again?
Just did.
Perfect. Owen, just look in the chat of whatever live stream that you're watching on, and you should be able to click on the link. Otherwise, go to the Pullers Championship Facebook page, and it is pinned at the top. You'll be able to click on the link there, and it'll take you right where you need to go.
I'm friends with Owen on Facebook. I'll send it to him on Messenger too.
Perfect. I am too. Could probably just done that. Update where we are on votes as well. We are, and it's starting to lag because there's so many entries coming in. We're at 200.
darn.
So it's been out for 40 minutes and we're at 250. So let's
And on behalf of all of us, we're doing this for the love of pulling, and it's so cool to see everybody else love it as much as we do. That's the most sincere thing I've said in the last 45 minutes. It's awesome.
And just so we hit it again, everybody needs to know you can vote every day. You can vote once per day with that email address. So don't think that you voted today and you're done. Vote tomorrow. Vote for the next, what we say, 13 days.
Yep.
And keep those votes coming. And you can change it up. You don't have to vote for the same ones every time if you don't want to. Just keep the votes coming and let's get crazy.
Well, guys, we got Colin and Kevin coming on in about 20 minutes. Our first big sponsor, Chaos Fab, to come on. DHD.
Nice.
Did we want to cover TNT's poll this weekend?
Yeah. So I tried bringing up. Give me 1 second. I'll bring that up. Is their Facebook page better or their website better, Brent?
It's the TNT truck and tractor polling or truck and tractor poll on Facebook is.
So while you're looking for that, I'll address Russell's question. Russell, we are not putting the ones that have accepted the invites out already. If they are not on the list for the vote list, then they have either accepted or declined. But if you go to the Facebook page and scroll down, you'll see a lot of the people that have already accepted. We've tried to do one a day, and you can see a lot of the big names that have already accepted and committed and paid their money. So that's the easiest way to find out who's already accepted.
Yep. And to kind of go off that, we still have, I believe, 6 more posts that will be going out for those who have accepted. I think we end up having 53 initial invites and promoters' choice pullers who have already accepted their invites. And so we just need to fill out up to the 126. And so the rest, we have 4 more promoters' choices to fill, and then the rest are the fan voting.
Which is really good, guys. I mean, I
I
don't want to diminish that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to bring up something else too. She'll start talking. I'll remember it later.
Okay. Guys, here's Kentucky Invitational this weekend. We are Let's Grow Pulling, and we do our best to share everybody. We had Steve Dye, Dr. Tim Messer on last Monday night. Thank you to Charles for lining those up. And if you're looking for something to do this January 6th, 7th, and 8th, that's this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday inside Alltech Arena at the Kentucky Horse Park. This is, I think, the 10th year. Does that sound right, guys?
Yeah, 10th year, and it's a gorgeous venue. I haven't been there, but I can speak. I haven't been in Alltech Arena itself at Kentucky Horse Park, but you are going to go to one of the most beautiful places on the planet to view this event, and there's a lot to do there on the grounds. During the day, you know, with only being Thursday and Friday evening sessions, if you want to spend some time and get up tight and close with horse racing in the place where it was born, you'll have to go to a living museum on the property where some actual Kentucky Derby winners live out their lives in luxury, and it's awesome to be there and see that with the caretakers of those horses. And they are intelligent beings. They will interact with you, and it's pretty cool. I'm not a horse guy, but yeah, I've been there, and it's not for this event, but to tour the Kentucky Horse Park where Alltech Arena is, and it's something to see. It's really cool.
Now, is this the same town that Ferentz has his outdoor house horsepower and horse country?
That's Shelbyville, I
That's
think.
Shelbyville.
Yeah, he's in Shelbyville, which is about 45 minutes west of there. But it's beautiful country. It's a great place to go visit, and there's a lot to do in the area. Short of going to the pull itself, so you won't be starved for anything to do. Not at all. And you're gonna see some badass 2-wheel drives, some hard charging light limited supers. Really, that area of the country is sort of the home of the outlaw style supermod 4-wheel drives. So you're gonna see the anybody style stretch chassis trucks doing their dance, which includes the likes of the original Orange Blossom Special. So it's worth the time to be down there. It's a good show.
I'm flipping through some of the pictures of the that they have on their Facebook page, guys. So.
Yep. Guys are still trying to get ready. Yeah, there's the original OBS. That's the OG more so than the Ford wheel standard. That was the first one. There's number 3.
I love that TikTok about Ford Rangers. I'm not going to do it on the show, but that makes me. I ain't no stranger. That truck, that's a Ford Ranger.
Sort of.
And there's the one that everybody knows. That's the one they made the toys of. And
God, I still wish I had that toy. Oh,
Me too. I used to have it.
does anybody still have any stompers laying around at home?
Oh, I wish, man. I
wish
destroyed
I
a
did.
ton of those.
Wish I did.
Those things were pretty tough. They were geared pretty well.
That and the smoking shaker.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have those? We had them.
Let's so if anybody has any questions, I'm going to put the Facebook link to the Facebook TNT Truck and Tractor Pull into the comments as well. Let's touch on Shipshewana before Kevin and Colin come on. So Charles, one of our premier announcers, will be there that weekend at the Great Midwest Winter Nationals. Telling you guys, Shipshewana, Indiana is an awesome facility. Awesome facility. I know Gordyville kind of has that nostalgia. If you want to catch pneumonia every year and feel like dog shit for 10 days afterwards.
The original COVID.
Roos knows what I'm talking about.
The OG COVID.
The original COVID. Yep. You'd blow your nose like the Wednesday and Thursday afterwards and go, oh, there's some dirt from the 230.
Yeah, there's part of the track
Yeah.
in my lungs and in my sinuses.
I got to see original Gordyville. I went out there. It was like 2013 or something. Yeah, if you go to the Mac version, you're not going to freeze. So that's awesome. And all the classes that this event's known for, we're going to bring the pain, man. Leroy and I are going to smash you right in the ear hole, and we're going to make it happen.
That's cool to see that the test pass is already full Wednesday night. That's getting good because for a couple of years that was getting out of control. That was almost as long as a regular session, and Clint's like, we're going to burn everybody out before the real thing even starts. So.
Yeah.
But there's some picture. This is in the Mac. This is from last year. So
Yep.
That's one
W.
bad
Cartmel, most
truck.
hated in the 3L class.
Yeah. That's one of the toughest in the country.
Oh, one of the baddest. Definitely a Region 2 top flight truck. And if you were at Shy Deal Extravaganza, you saw him unfortunately break away from the sled on the east track and came back on the west side after they chose to reset the class and restart it. And he fixed his hitch and won. One of the stories of 2021 for his class.
How many of you guys get MAV TV? Oh, I don't. Ryan does. Brent, do you?
I don't know if that's on Hulu or not.
Charles. Anyway, the limited pros are going to be on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the Remedy will be on there. So now does Leroy get a talk during the Map TV, or is it the voiceover people?
Normally it's Leroy.
So
I'm
Leroy,
during
Well-
the recorded shows.
Yes.
During the recorded shows, it's Ken Stout and
Stout and Mears, Leslie Mears.
well, Charles got a sweet picture of me pulling there, so I'm excited. I'm gonna try to. I don't get Map TV, so I got to find it. So
You can just get Map
I have
TV
an app.
Plus. Yeah, you can watch it on there.
the same time.
Not same time. It's usually the next morning they have it on there.
I think this Mayhem tractor honestly was one of the most dominant tractors there last year. Does that feel right, Roos and Brent?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
By
kind of
far.
seems about right.
Map TV. Yeah, I have the app, Jeff. I was trying to watch it on TV. I know CBS Motorsports had it this past weekend. There is a tough.
Yeah,
one
they made a lot of
that
people
goes.
mad this weekend because
Yeah.
they chose to air that instead of the game.
Oh, I'm okay with it.
same here.
You should search tractor pulling on Twitter and see all the people who are football fans who lost their minds about the blackout. It was funny. Made for some good reading. I can't even with this country. Go shut up.
Okay, so I don't know if they still have box seats left, but Zolik posted this on the 21st. They had some of those. That's a pin post. So somebody sent me this video last night. He's getting this ready. Started building this November 29th. To get it ready for ship.
I dig the rat roddy look.
Cool
Who is
looking
that?
little rig there. It was from a 320 area code. I forgot to ask who it was. I was watching the Packer game while the rest of you guys were dorking out the Yellowstone. So
That's Minnesota. So that's either. I wonder. That would be. He pulled at that indoor pull in New Richmond that one year, and he had like 3 different tractors or like 3 different like mini garden tractors or whatever that had like 2 or 3 like snowmobile engines in it.
320, is that Minnesota?
It is.
Okay.
What's his name? I gotta look at.
Says started building on November 29th for Shipshewana Pull, 410 Chevy small block. There's the. Yeah, well, that's what you guys can see on your screen. Sorry.
Last name starts with an R. Daryl Rath. That's who it is.
Oh, Daryl. Okay, that's why I have his number. He has that indoor facility, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was going to have me announce up there for one of their shows.
Yeah. He's he helps put that.
Owls are ready to go. They've been doing it. 15 months.
All right. Update on fan voting. We are just about to hit 350 now.
Thank you, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, they just keep coming in. My phone will not stop buzzing.
Just think if that was Tinder for you.
That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't
Damn.
it?
Feeding Yellowstone rocks. Is it really going to be the last season, guys?
No, they're working on season 5 already.
They were just teasing you?
They're working on season 5 already.
Taylor Sheridan knows a good thing when he's got it.
Who cares? We got stuff to do.
When are we going to put our pick'em contest up, Brent? For
Yeah, pick 'em contest. I want to have it live by probably Thursday
okay,
or so. Wednesday is ultimate goal. So
That's
that
fine.
gives us a week of solid voting.
I was afraid to ask you because you've done so much for the Fuller's Championship. I'm glad you asked today. I was.
See, that one's easy because I can just copy it all off of the Zolik's website and Clint's website. So
Here's the poster for Shipshewana, guys. We had Tucker on last week. I know next week we'll have doesn't Zach Howell usually come on the Monday before, him and Travis Roos?
Yeah.
Fan vote completed and working on getting the sponsorship form pulled up. Cortland, I love you. I love you very much. So
Thanks, brother. GSE Customs right there.
I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Post,
is
what's
for
this? What's this I hear about you doing? You wearing a kilt?
Yeah, so I did put that out there, and Saturday night,
Were
We
you
get-
drinking, Charles?
no,
Oh.
meant it. If we get $5,000, I'll do the finals wearing a kilt. If we get 10,000, that guy down there in the corner is probably going to shave his beard, and I'm definitely going to shave my freaking head.
Not me. That guy.
Nah, we're gonna up the stakes. We got to beat last year. Last year's number was 12 grand.
Okay,
So if we do better than 12, I'm bringing Clippers. I'll bring
Alright.
Clippers just on principle.
I'm
But
good with
y'all. Got to show up.
I'm good with it. I'm going to be there, but yeah, I did put that out there. You come up with $5,000 for Saturday night, I will do the show wearing a skirt, and we get the 10. We get the 10. I'll shave my head. You're going to have to do more than that to get Ryan involved. But yeah, we're going to do that.
And there's no amount of money that will get me doing the show in a skirt. I don't have the legs for it. Post does. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have the
did.
ass for it either.
No, I totally put that out there. I will absolutely do that. And also something that I did put out there because I've been asked a lot about the sidetrack shirts, the crew shirts, the old style ones. I'm gonna put up one of the white ones for a straight up auction for this deal, and we're gonna do it for the Virginia FFA because I think that's what they wanted everything to go to for Thurman Munford, and I'm fine with that. There's only like 4 of those shirts left in the world. Actually, I think 3. 2 of them were used for something for Andrew's family when he passed. So I'm gonna give up one of those, and we're gonna do it at this event. So those are the 3 things I committed to. One of the white sidetrack shirts is going to go up for auction. I don't care what it goes for, even if it's $100. It's going to a good place, and I'm good with it. And I'm gonna wear it, and you're gonna get it literally off my back in that session. And then Saturday night we get to 5,000. Yeah, I'll wear the kilt. We get to 10. Shave my head. I'm good with it. Let's do it. No
What if
comment.
we can't?
No
what if we
comment.
can't-
That's good. Perfect.
what if we can't be there, Charles? How do we bid then?
I don't know. Shit, I'm not responsible for that.
We'll text you. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You make an
Are we
honest,
gonna have-
you
are we
make an
gonna have
honest
Matt?
commitment, and not who you are. We'll do it. That's good.
Are we gonna have Matt sling the numbers on that?
I talked to him, and for Saturday he's available for that. I wanted to do the white shirt kind of earlier in the week, just for the early people showing up and do something for them that he might not be available for. But
I forgot, guys. Look at the screen. I forgot about
Forgot
that.
about that.
no comment. But yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna do it. I said it, and for sure, I want to make it happen because I don't care. Like, make an ass of me. I don't really care. It's not about that, right? It's about doing something good for some people who need some help, and that's really what it's about. Well, really? Okay.
Who did she try to call today?
There's a thing. We got to follow up on that.
Yeah.
Didn't call me. My
I
phone was
think
cracked.
we're all like,
You guys been quiet for a little bit. I'm over here making charts so I can see who's in the lead and stuff.
I just got done talking about announcing in a skirt, and now we get like real stuff. So,
Christy, you can give me a ring right now.
She might be.
We would accept some Pepsi marketing dollars, guys. Pepsi can be the official drink of the Pullers Championship.
Could be.
Colin, I wish he called me. That a boy, Colin. Okay. You guys should be logging on to come on our show, Colin and Kevin.
yeah.
Log in early. We'll BS for a little bit.
Great. Now Schultz is going to have a Pepsi rep. I can be bought, Colin. I've admitted it. I've never denied it, and I can be bought.
Burkholz, you know darn well that you could be too.
We have to run it by Doug. Doug is the financier of that 1465 polling team. That's an inside joke. Here we go. Pepsi is way better than Coke.
I agree with that one.
Let's have a vote right now. Let's show Pepsi the power of it. Vote Pepsi or Coke in the comments, everybody, if your favorite. Let's blow it up. Let's see what it's all about.
There they are.
There they are. Look at their name. Chaos. Imagine that. Look at him.
Fellas?
Has his glasses on so he looks studious.
Holy crap, he does look studious.
He does look studious.
Wow.
Kevin, Colin, can you hear us?
Yep.
Guys, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for the generous donation and sponsorship of the Pullers Championship. Kevin and Colin, can't thank you guys enough for that. It's awesome. I know you guys are excited about the event. Our fan vote is blowing up. We're all kind of have goosebumps right now. We rolled this thing out in October and we were nervous as well. There's a saying, and I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm going to say. And we're super excited and can't thank Chaos Fabrication enough. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Colin. So,
No, thank you guys. Yeah, we're glad to be a part of it. It's unique opportunity, format, everything, and it's something that we can appreciate as pullers ourselves. So that's why we want to be a part of it and help it make it go.
what do we have to do to get that picture on the wall? That tractor on the picture on the wall, Kevin? What do we have to do there? We have to win the lottery and call the guy in England, or what do we got to do there?
Yeah, that's just a phone call away.
Yeah,
Just a phone call away?
maybe some logistics.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know where the tractor is. It's not as far away as you think. It's just the guy who owns it is farther away than you think. So.
I got a small John boat. Will that do any good? No. All right, I tried.
Kevin or Colin, take over. What's going on at Chaos Fab? I know you guys are lottery tickets. That a boy. You're gonna need all of that to buy Boyd's out. So.
Talk if I hate to jump in here, but I'm a machinist guy. I want to know where this dash came into play. This thing that damn near broke the internet. This billet dash that you guys have created for this tractor.
That's Parrish's Pro, isn't it, Kevin? Or Colin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? Explain how this came to
I
be.
can tell you exactly where it started. When we started building this tractor, we usually go to lunch at Denny's, and which is right down the road. And I was stressing out like I have been this entire time this tractor's been here, because it's been quite the project, and we really want to make a statement with it. And I remember I could tell you exactly the booth we were sitting in, and we had the hood figured out what we wanted to do, but we couldn't really come up with what we wanted to do for a dash. And I remember Kevin, because he's just so good at nonchalantly just, coming up with these off the wall ideas that somehow make a lot of sense and just work really well. He said, why don't we just machine one? I'm like, you can't machine a dash. He's like, yeah, we can. We'll just draw it up and just make out of a piece of aluminum. It won't be no big deal. And I'm like, there's no way. And the more and more I thought about it and we thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I think we could do that. We went back to the shop and talked to the machinist, and he was like, yeah, I think we could do that. And fast forward a couple months, we got a dash out of a 900-pound chunk of aluminum, and now weighs, 30 pounds?
Yeah,
28 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started. But we couldn't really come up with what we wanted. We wanted something that looked very factory and very uniform to the new style it's on the tractor, and it's where it all started in a Denny's booth in Washington, PA.
God damn, that's a lot of machine time.
It is, but we also had to weigh that against the fact of what kind of time we have in fabricating something, to hand fabricating a dash, and there's a lot of other elements in it too that, like on the back side, that you can't see, where we have integrated mounts for other things, and
Yeah.
So they're the hinging for the hoods underneath there. It takes a lot to get all that to fit, and in reality, it just ended up making it easier to do it that way, just because we have the capability to do it.
Yeah. Versus fab time to integrate all that stuff.
Correct.
And to make it strong enough
when
to hinge a hood.
Sure.
Right.
And when you look at the dash in the picture of the tractor, it actually when we machine it, that's prior to all the body work. There's big tabs sticking down. That's how we hold on to it after we're machining the inside. So it was about halfway.
Are you just dying to play this video, Schultz, or
Yeah,
what?
he kind of is.
Hey,
You started and stopped it 18 times already.
hey, the good news is I don't care what any of you think about me except Kevin and Colin. So that's like 2 out of 6. So it's going to be okay.
Well, play the damn video already.
Can I play the video, guys?
Please.
Play
Okay. Kevin, what are we watching here before I play it? Because I got it queued up just perfectly.
Sure. So this is obviously outside of our shop here, right outside of our dyno cell, and just one of the many runs we were making, trying to proof out a lot of different refinements to a current setup we have to try to get ready for Louisville.
And you're blowing all 3 stacks, not one.
Yeah. So those are 6-inch stacks, and then we actually put all 3 together inside into a common one pipe, and then split it outside so that we can get enough flow out of it. We don't have any restriction.
Good.
Can I play it now?
What are you waiting for?
Waiting on you.
Waiting
I
on
want
you,
the
buddy.
peanut. I want the peanut gallery to be happy. Here she comes.
It didn't last long enough. I didn't hear enough RPMs and more rip'ems. Sounded like 5,700. I think you got 65 in you. Let's go.
Man, we are dorks. I feel like the people waiting to elect the new pope, white smoke or black smoke. Is that how they do that?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
We don't want to see white smoke necessarily out of one of those.
No, not at all. I was just trying to be funny.
Super.
That's true.
White just means you just flooded it with water. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but I can assure you need that water in there because it saves some pistons.
Yes. Melts down.
Well, Colin or Kevin, for those of those watching, and we have a ton of people watching tonight because you guys are awesome. And Colin's a big deal. That triple bypass tractor is kind of popular. If I've never heard of Chaos Fabrication, do I have to have big money to call you guys, or do you guys only play with the heavy hitters, or do you kind of tell us about the whole business philosophy at Chaos Fab?
Go ahead.
Well, I guess it really depends on what you want. The deal that we set up for Mr. Parrish, it was also a benefit for him because it really just started out as he brought a motor up for us, and we were going to do some main cap work in it and put it back together, dyno it, and then send them out the door. But it kind of just turned into one thing after another, and Fast forward almost, well, actually past a year now. Tractor was here the 1st of November of 2020, and we just pretty much did a complete overhaul on it. So with our solid block that we've developed and taking that and dynoing it and getting everything figured out there, and then also re-sheet metaling it and the billet dash and a lot of cool trinketry stuff just to kind of show the world what we can do and what we're capable of. And also we do a lot of work on diesel pickup stuff, a lot of the 3.0 stuff. It's a big class, popular class around here. We have a super stock diesel truck that we campaign with Sean Hodges and Aiden Hodges. They've been longtime truck pullers, and we put our solid block in that, and we've been working with them guys, and they've been quite wonderful to work with, very knowledgeable and putting our product first. And it's took a lot of work to kind of refine some of the gremlins in that deal, but I think we're slowly getting there and trying to get the parts sped up. I kind of related a lot of what we went through with the diesel super stuff when we really started to chase some horsepower, is that you find a lot of weak links, and we've been finding a lot of them with that truck, but every time we find one, we fix it and we make it better. So that's definitely something I think it's going to be promising. And also the machine side, we have 8 CNCs now, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
8 CNCs now, and we're looking to add to that with this solid block deal. We also just come out with a big block John Deere. We're probably 95% finished with. We're just waiting on sleeves for that, and then we'll have it on the dyno here as soon as we get sleeves, whenever that is. Of course, everyone knows how hard it is to get parts in today's world, but really, we got the Cummins deal that's worked quite well on the dyno, the IH deal that's worked quite well on the dyno. Hopefully that performs as well as it does on the dyno on the track, and then also the big block Deere, which we don't see why that won't follow suit. But really, that's where we're wanting to expand. Our whole market is in the block world, because I think there's a need for it, just from the stuff that we've learned with the DT stuff, the stuff that Kevin's learned with the Cummins stuff. There's weak links there, and we're trying to cover up those weak links so we can put on a better show, and also to give the puller a better bang for his buck. So that's really kind of where the direction I think that we're going.
Jason, you're muted.
I muted myself because I was typing. I was trying to be a gentleman. So, Kevin, talk about your shop out back, or not your shop, I'm sorry, your pulling track out back, where you actually test and tune, not just the dyno, you actually get them out and hook them.
Yeah, so we set up the shop right from the get-go to where we have our own test facility and everything right outside of the shop. So all throughout the year, whenever we need to, we can dyno, test, track test, and yeah, you can see what's within about 40 feet of the shop. We're on the track and we're running. So we put on, usually a few events a year, test and tune, whatever you happen to be. That was when we were trying to prep during a bunch of rain, but we're able to kind of go a lot of different directions with it. And dynoing is one aspect, but until we put it on, see how the whole thing works. We're only getting one part of that, so that's why we try to get all those aspects of the setup, what we need to look at throughout the whole vehicle. So we've tested, I think, every month of the year other than January so far, but I think we will be outside this January.
Awesome. And I'm assuming, guys, it's balls to the wall for Louisville. Is that kind of what's happening at your place right now?
Yeah, a lot of that. Obviously, we're trying to get a few different vehicles ready to go, but it's just a steady machine work, fab work. We do a little bit of everything. So part of our shop is dedicated to doing fabrication, whether it's chassis work, sheet metal work. We also have where Colin works out in our one bay is our engine dyno. In this room you're looking at now, that's where one of our horizontal machines is going in. That we do a lot of the block work in, and then our actual machine shop itself. So it sort of just depends on what we get into, and we pretty much handle everything from somebody wanting to keep a part, whatever, to complete build. So it doesn't really matter. We kind of work on it all.
You told me you guys work on like just everyday trucks as well, right? It's not all high performance stuff.
Yes, about a year ago now, we got into working on semis, and we just worked on an expansion to another new facility to just do the semi truck stuff also.
Awesome.
Colin, tell me if this is true or not. Is your favorite part of being at KS Fab this year running the Batwing mower was that a 1256 or a 1456?
1456 with a 407 straight pipe.
Nice.
Comes any better.
Nice.
So yeah, that's kind of what we get into generally. So we do a lot of our stuff right now is super stock truck stuff. We work with other builders and different things like that, and super stock and pro stock tractor stuff. But right down to some 3.0, 3.6 stuff like that also. So it's a split. It's a mix.
Are you guys going to have a booth set up at Shipshewana where guys can get up right tight and close with what you guys are offering?
Well, unfortunately, we need to stay at home and actually get some of the work done. So we did last year, and it was good turnout with that. We really liked what we were able to get feedback wise out of that. But with getting 3 vehicles that need to get there and make sure everything's done and tested and all that for Louisville, that's unfortunately our focus right now.
That's fair. And actually, you know what? A photo Jason just flashed up there that I don't think people realize. You guys purchased the DT466 exhaust manifold line from Stainless Diesel, and you guys are now the source for those exhaust manifolds.
Yes, that's correct. That's a Steed there for a 6.7, and we took over the Stainless Diesel line on the DT manifolds. It's sort of out of their normal product line for what they do, but for what we do, and we like it, and we've used it a lot for builds that we do. So it just made sense to take that over, make sure that it's there and available, and try to make it reasonable cost and everything. So we just see it as another piece in the realm of stuff we try to get into.
And that's a hell of a design, guys. If you're looking at your exhaust manifold and trying to figure out what you want to do, I mean that style design, what's shown there, that's not the actual 466, but that style design, that is the jam in a lot of diesel motorsports world. So this is your go-to for that 466 style manifold. It's awesome.
Yeah, we do work on a few John Deeres on occasion, so you will find that,
Unfortunately.
Nice.
But this is Limited Pro Tractor we're working on, and that's the other chassis. There is the start of a remake of a light Pro Tractor, the former One Bad Apple tractor.
Ah.
Yep. So it's getting a big redo this winter also. So you'll see a big change out of it.
A little weld porn there for you guys.
Oh, yes.
Just a little. Hey, Jeff Helt had a question. How long did it take to machine that dash?
I don't know. I don't have a real definitive answer on that.
Kind of like we want to know.
The actual machine time really isn't all that bad. I think we were probably somewhere in the 15, 20 hours of actual machine time.
Probably, yeah.
But it's the design time that takes all the time.
Yeah.
That's laying it out, doing all the CAD work, that type of thing. That's where the time's at.
So what they're saying is they want to sell like 25 more of these at least.
In that configuration with 0 changes. Just
Yeah.
write the check.
Yeah, well, in doing stuff and pulling, it can't always make sense from, the perspective of, you know, are we going to make a bunch of these? Are we going to make a bunch of money on this thing or anything like that? We're trying to make sure we're doing how we want it, how we want to see things done, and the money will follow as it goes forward.
Does anybody have any more questions for Colin or Kevin tonight? Please type them into the comments, or our distinguished panel of guests. Brent, how many votes are we up to now for the Pullers Championship? Finally sponsored by Chaos Fabrication, by the way.
We are at 518.
That makes me so happy.
Good work.
Yeah, literally it's every 5 seconds there's one coming in.
519.
In less than 90 minutes.
Misty said 519. She just put hers in.
No, she was 518.
Oh, she was 518.
We're taking. Obviously, we'll be out there with Collins, and hopefully we can see some votes for Aiden and Sean on their truck. Maybe we can get to see it out there also.
There it is. There's a Kevin wants on borrowed time, the Hodges truck
There we go.
at the Pullers Championship. Everybody vote. You got my vote, Kevin.
No, thank you.
Colin, you are committed to the Unlimited Super Class. Can you kind of give a recap of your season this in 2021 of running against the alcohol tractors?
Yeah, it was a lot of highs and lows. I wasn't, started out, we went to Benson, first session. I was pretty happy. We were able to spin out. That's exactly what we wanted. And we came back and tuned her up for the second session, and got a win and went to Fort Recovery and had an unfortunate deal. I really think, looking back, we've looked that thing over a million times, but I think the box hit me so hard, I think it bumped the throttle, and I let out of the throttle, and the time I got back in it, it wouldn't take it. So, we really got buried in points the first session whenever Josh won. So that really hurt us. Then we were able to win the second session. So it was a lot of that. It seemed like of just every time we thought we could just quite get ahead, we would stumble. But if you told me at the beginning of the year you're going to go into Wheatland 2 points behind Terry Blackburn, or actually it was 1 point, 1 or 2 points. It was 1 point behind Terry Blackburn for second. I would have took that, and unfortunately we had a water pump shaft break at Wheatland right on the starting line. So Terry got around us and we had to settle for third. But I don't think we have anything to hang our heads about. It's a lot to build off of. It put a lot of fire under me, especially after the Wheatland deal, just having a poor showing there. I know my dad's, he's completely on board, and I'm on board, and it's something we really want to try to do. It's something we want to prove that it can be done. And I know there's a lot of people out there that says, well, you'll never get a diesel to run on an Alky. Well, we think we can. And, obviously we've proved that. This is not me biting for all the diesels, to be combined with the alcohol class before we get into that. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is something that we personally want to do. It's something that we've always wanted to do, and now I think we have the parts and the people in our corner to be able to do that. And it's something that this is something we really want to do. So we're working very hard towards that. We've changed a lot of things this winter. Unfortunately, not in time for Louisville, so we'll still be with our same motor setup we had in all season. But after Louisville, everything's getting yanked out, and it's getting a solid block. It's getting a lot of new parts that I think is going to help the longevity of it, and then make that thing basically just get reliable again. So that's our goal.
TPC, bring it.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue, because if anybody wants to see it, the next, except for the farm show, I believe we're going to see Colin take to the outdoors against the alcohol tractors, and we're going to see what we can do. And just cannot thank you enough for committing to the Pullers Championship, whether you run in the diesel class or you run in the Unlimited Super Class. We couldn't do this without Brad Holzauer, but we need the Puller support, and you guys jumped on pretty early, and we want to thank you guys for doing that. And then ponying up for sponsors. It's just awesome what you guys are doing, and we can't thank you enough.
Colin, we have some questions. Is Lily ever going to drive a tractor again, or has she been shunned?
I don't know. I mean, she's dating a 4-wheel drive diesel pickup guy. So
She's a truck puller now.
truck
Yeah,
puller now,
that's why I
so.
said, has she been shunned?
No, she's not been shunned. It's just it really wouldn't be fair to let her drive in the last year with all the issues that we've been trying to work through and, you know, different setups. We've been trying to make it easier. It's been very difficult for me to drive. Just battling it, you know, it's not an easy tractor to drive. And I'm not saying that because I drive it and I'm trying to, you know, sound like I'm a great driver. That's not what I'm getting at. It's just saying when you're trying to drink 6.5 gallons of water in 12 seconds and you're trying to get that thing cooled down in that first 75 feet and eat all that water, it's quite challenging to get that whole shot like you want it and not just blow the tires off of it and zing the motor. So that's one thing that we're trying to work on is making the drivability of it easier. That's one thing I think the alcohol tractors kind of have an advantage of. You know, they can control their whole shots a lot better. So I think that's one thing we're trying to do, but absolutely she's not shunned. You know, I'd like to see her on it again. But right now with the development that we're trying to do and get that thing in a better spot, it makes more sense for me to drive. It's been down the track a lot more times than she has.
So what you said was you're working the bugs out for her. Is that what I heard?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm sure she appreciates that very much, Colin.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing has been the power's there, but just getting some of the consistency and right now is key, and that's also going to help long term over the whole season, as far as being able to not have to worry about some of the small issues that are the difference between a third and first for the season.
Yep.
And that's the little refinements that need to be done in order to make that happen.
And the biggest thing that I noticed, you know, is I feel like I'm a better driver and my dad is a better track spotter and waiter when we're not worried about, you know, under the hood. You know, I feel like once we get to this point, which I feel that we will get to this spring, you know, that's one less, you know, thing that we have to worry about. And to me, I feel like we just try to make the deal as simple as we can. You know, if we take variables out of the situation and just worry about the less things we have to worry about, the less likely we'll have to screw up. So once we have a little more faith in our combination under the hood and knowing that, you know, everything in there is right and tight, and I think that'll help us out too, just being better pullers.
Colin, can you answer Miles Krieger's question on the screen?
It's a hell of a lot better than his handicap, I can tell you that.
Roasted.
Lisa Jostock, Kevin and Colin, what are your favorite Garth Brooks songs?
Oh God.
The most overrated country music singer of all time.
You just became
By
Paul's
far.
best friend ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's totally overrated.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What's your favorite pull to pull out?
I don't know, something close to home. It's kind of hard to say, like when we go to Waynesburg, although it's as close as it gets. But you know, I don't know. It's a little bit hard to say. Some of the ones that stand out to me are going down to Benson, places like that you have other pullers and stuff like that put on and things like that. So that's always memorable to me.
We
Bruce?
enjoyed having you guys in Farley not so long ago. Yeah, well, maybe I guess it was going on 2 years, but
Oh yeah, that's a great place to run. That's one of those places that is difficult for everybody because it's such a good track and setup and everything. You pretty much need a combination for that, and then everything else. So that's a huge, which is a big compliment for those guys. They've done a great job on it.
indeed they have.
Bruce, it's time for your questions. Let's do Kevin first and then Colin.
Well, Colin's already answered this question once, so I will ask him again. Colin,
Right.
You know the question, so start thinking. Kevin, if you could take the keys, so to speak, to anything in pulling past or present, any competitive vehicle, what would you take the keys to and where would you drive it?
So, what event you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can go back in history in this if you want to.
I don't know if specific vehicle, but I'll say type. I think I'd like to try a turbine mod, just to see more or less type of thing. And as far as an event, one place I haven't pulled out would be Chapel Hill, so maybe there, just for a difference, because it's not any place I've run at.
Hold on. Before we go any further, I got to ask a follow-up question. No one's ever said turbine mod. Is it
True.
the drivability and trying to control it? What's the intrigue there? I got to know.
Just background, messing around with them flying, things like that. And I think that there's something it would be neat to see it maybe done a little differently than it is now. You know, how they're being run, how they're being driven, stuff like that. So I think there's opportunity there, but that's a whole different ballgame.
Oh, we're going to have Kevin back on this show because I'm going to explore that question again because he just opened the door.
That's kind of a show in and of itself.
That just became another show, but we're going to let that go for tonight.
All right, Colin. What's your second pick? I forget what your first pick was.
Well, it wouldn't be a turbine because I'd actually like a shot at winning. And you ain't gonna win.
I saw the face you made when he answered that. I thought, do I go for it or no?
Turbines go on top of diesel motors. That's what they're for.
Yeah.
I know a trailer where there's 2 of those for sale. You know, you can buy the whole thing.
Hey, we just put more of them on. Eventually, you'll win.
Right. I don't know. Probably, any place, and probably my dad's old Super back in the mid '90s. That 3-charger combo he had, it was a pretty good setup. And pull it. I don't know. Probably Bowling Green or something like that. I'd be fine with that. I'd like to do that once. Obviously, that'll never happen, but.
I might be able to find a video of him doing just that, and at least you can see it.
You could. If there's a video of it, I'm sure I've seen it at some point.
I've found a few spots of him doing that back in the mid '90s, and if I can find that from Bowling Green, you'll be the first to know if I get that.
All right.
Well, Kevin, Colin, thank you again for your sponsorship of the Pullers Championship. We're beyond grateful. Colin, so excited that you accepted your invitation. Having big name pullers like yourself gives our event a lot of credibility right out of the gate first year. So can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Get those tractors ready for Louis and those trucks ready for Louisville, guys. So
Yes.
and vote for the Hodges Super Stock diesel truck because Kevin wants it there. So we want it there
thank
too.
you.
So have a good night, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Super cool.
God, Kevin's thing about turbines, like my brain is spinning right now. I want to have that conversation.
Daniel Heltebrand says West PA strong.
I kind of want to know what he'd do differently.
I'm going to put the link up to the fan vote again, guys. Adam Wilson says he's going to vote again right away at midnight. So.
Adam, I don't know if you saw, but Mark Ulmer's new tractor, which is going to be a diesel light super stock, is now on that list. I'm sure you probably voted before we added it, so I know you're trying to campaign the diesel supers.
The light diesel super.
He's a light supers.
In the light super stock class, yeah.
He's also campaigning for Facebook people to become literate and read posts too. But that's a different vote.
Look at Charles.
That's a tall task to take on.
Yes, it is.
So we are up to 580 votes. We also, just looking at some website stats here, we have had 1,500 people visit the fan vote page since it's been live, which is hour and a half ago, hour 34 minutes ago. So thanks everyone that has voted. If you haven't, Schultz just posted the link into the comments. You can also go to the Pullers Championship Facebook page. It is pinned at the top. So make sure to go vote. You can vote once per day, and it's pretty straightforward. Just go through the form. You are able to vote for multiple people in each class. Just pay attention to how many you can vote up to. You can just start selecting as many as you want, and then it'll tell you once you exceed the limit as well. So there are 2 different options.
And if we're missing somebody legit, like we've already heard tonight from a couple of people we're missing, just let us know. It's not on purpose. We're not trying to exclude anybody. It's just a simple oversight. Get a hold of us. We'll get them on there and get them in there to be voted for.
We've added some during the show.
Yes, we have. So it's not on purpose. We're not trying to be anything exclusive or anything like that. Don't anybody think that we're being exclusive, because we're really not. If we missed you, it's our fault, and we'll own it, and we'll say we're sorry to your face. We just screwed up and missed you. So get us something there that tells us you got to be in.
Brent,
about
I
the
don't think
Pullers,
you've ever answered the question. What would you drive and where?
A mod or a mini. I'm gonna put money on it right now.
A what?
A mod or a mini.
It'd be a mini or a mod, probably a mini. It would be a mod if I could afford it. So probably a mod.
That doesn't play into this.
Yeah.
It's you're stealing the keys off the counter in the hauler. So if that case, if it's the moneymaker, just come out and say you're going to drive Brett's mod.
I don't know if Mike pulled last year.
I think I actually would, just because it's the only one running it. But Richardson's 400 Unlimited, that is running the Noonan motors. Ooh. And I would run it at Bowling Green because that is the coolest freaking place in the world.
That was last year.
Yeah, I would literally, if I could have Saturday night's run, if I could replicate that at Bowling Green, that would have been like perfect.
I think you better take a number. I think there's a lot of people who would like to replicate that run.
Yeah, or his run at Wellington the following weekend. I mean, those both, he's got that things, figured out, and I'm excited to see what he can do with it this next year. And if you guys didn't see, Chad Hagerty acquired a chassis from the Richardson family, and he is putting together a 2-engine mod to run the region stuff in Wisconsin, and Minnesota, and Iowa. And it's got the option to put a third on there down the road and run some modified.
Oh, no, that's a little different.
Yep. So if you didn't see, he's been teasing it for the last couple months, and he posted on New Year's that just an update with him updating the truck. He's going to run Grand National again, and then he flips over to the other side, and he's got his mod sitting there. So
good for him.
Yep. This is the video here.
Kind of looks like maybe the truck got new paint too.
Nope. That's the same. You should unmute it, Schultz, so you can hear it.
Have that service, so everything's fresh this year. We've signed back up for Grand National again next year, but we hope to be around some of the region and state hooks also. Probably maybe run some outlaw stuff, see how it goes. Right now we're getting ready to pull the rear end apart on it. We've had some little bit of issues with it this year with being able to control it. I think probably we're having some problems with the starter gears falling up, so we're going to look into it. So I just thought we'd do some of these video. It's pretty boring this time of year. See where it is. And the other reason that I decided to do this video this morning was New Year. is a new project. Something we picked up about a year ago. Chassis, going to set up for a twin. Possibility of going to 3 maybe someday, but realistically we're going to run it as a twin around state level. Brad at Modern put in the gearbox and set the motors up for us. So yeah, this is kind of something we've been about a year of picking up some pieces here and there when I can afford it. But we'll still run the 2-wheel drive. Definitely next year. We haven't said anything about the mod because it's just going to take a while to get everything. As you can see, there's really no drive line in it, and there's a lot of big expensive pieces missing yet. So, but like I said, new year, new projects. So, yeah. Anybody else has got some projects they got going on or whatever? It's always interesting to see them. So, all right. Everybody have a good New Year.
Chad, we know Chad better than that, but man, if that guy could be any more excited, I do think that he might have a stroke.
Here's what
Congrats,
they found in
Chad.
the rear.
We can't wait to see it.
Yeah, Chad is an awesome guy. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet him, definitely. If you get out to a Grand National Pull this year, that 2-wheel drives are at. That's his plan, his campaign. That the Hillbilly Hot Rod 2-wheel drive truck, and yeah, get out and talk to him. He's a man of many talents. He is a phenomenal body work guy when it comes to restoring vehicles and stuff like that. It is phenomenal what he does, and that's what he does for a living. So,
yeah, if you've heard of the Ring Brothers,
yeah,
they're kind of a big deal.
They're kind of a big deal. They're kind of one of the best hot rod shops in the world.
Brent, I missed this
one. Things that
one.
they build are amazing.
Brent, I missed this one. We need to add that. I'm sorry, I blew it.
Well, Mike didn't pull last year, but we need to add him.
He didn't pull last year, so we'll add him.
But Ed, it's on you to get in touch with him and tell him that he's been added and that you expect to see him there when you vote him in. Yeah, Chad is a very cool guy. He's super laid back, down to earth.
Here's his post about the rear end. Good news, bad news on the rear. The good news is the cross was going up like we thought. Bad news is there's supposed to be a thrust washer behind each axle gear. The one on the left is just a little messed up. The one on the right, or what is left of it, so good that we found the problem, but we found the problem. Ain't pulling fun.
Oh, those are easy to make, though.
I guess going back to the Pro Stock class, should we put Blaine Stam on there too, considering he's been voted into the farm show? Or
he got voted in the farm show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Dustin Hook's building a new one too. I don't know how far along Blaine's is, but I know I think Dustin's
it's supposed to be at the farm show, so
there'll be another one coming out of Wisconsin before too long.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wisconsin's starting to get a lot of pro stocks.
Wisconsin's going to have damn tough pro stock class.
We crossed 600 yet, Brent?
We are at 611.
Honestly, guys, did you think about? I didn't even take it. We should have took a guess at the beginning of the show. Did anybody? What were your expectations, Charles or Cody or anybody?
I didn't have one, honestly. To see 600 in what's it been?
An hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta adjust myself because I'm an hour different from the rest of y'all. Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's awesome.
Oh, look, Wilson's trying intimidation tactics.
Does he know he's not very big, right, Adam?
Well, he's not because he's only this tall.
He generally looks up to all of us.
Physically, probably not in any other capacity, but physically, yes.
True story.
I've heard that, Ed. I've heard that rumor. That's a true rumor.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
Mm-mm. Mm.
So, what other rumors have we heard?
I did see that there is somebody from my hometown that is looking for a light pro or limited pro turnkey. So if anybody knows of one, they are looking to buy. I saw that they posted that originally a light pro, and now they have expanded to light pro or limited pro. So Cole Neitzel's his name. You can look him up on Facebook if anybody knows and get a hold of him. He's looking to buy.
Is he brand specific?
He farms at New Holland, and he's from that area, the Wisconsin. But I think he would take anything. He actually originally bought the 504 Smoking Rocket from Lynn's and was pulling it locally, and then sold it back to Lynn's, and then Lynn sold it to Ohio.
Might see a bunch of now free with their time Don Schumacher Racing guys coming up with a mod 4-wheel drive pulling truck chassis. We'll see. Maybe.
That
was
might be
way
kind of
too
fun.
specific to be a rumor, Charles.
That one's well, since no one has cut a pipe or actually like welded, anything or excited any kind of welding, rod yet. It's still a little bit bullshit, but not quite, because there's some actual conversations that's been had. So maybe. Who knows?
I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor that a $495,000 turnkey championship-winning mod is what's ruining the sport of tractor racing. I'm about to tee up on something here, and I got
Let's
an
go.
opinion.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I got an opinion that's going to piss a few of you off, and I really don't care.
Let's go.
If you want, okay, welcome to 2022. We are not in 1980 anymore, and it's time that you stop acting like it. We're not ruining the sport. This is called innovation, and innovation costs money. You don't do it over beers in the shop on a Tuesday night. You do it at computers, and guys who run computers get paid to do it. This is not your grandfather's pulling sport. And it's not tractor racing either. Get it right. So, if you think that that's too much money, and this is where some of you guys are not going to be happy, and I don't care, maybe you should stick to being a fan. Or stick to a class that's more affordable. Because you know what? It costs $500,000 for a machine to compete at the Grand National or the Champions Tour level in the mod class. That's what it costs. We haven't
Where's
even
that
talked
at?
about what it costs to haul the machine around, pay the crew that makes it run, and fix the stuff that you break. $495 is not a bad deal.
Where's that ad at, Roos?
Oh, it's
Posted
on
it.
Racing Junk, but some bonehead teed off and said that they're ruining the sport, blah, 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 blah. And I just kind of read it and I thought, you know what? I don't care who this guy is. He deserves to hear from me. So now you hear it. That's what it costs to win a championship. If you want to win one, fork over the bucks, because you ain't going to do it on 30 grand and a bunch of old big block Chevys. That doesn't work anymore.
Where's your 40 years worth of chassis design experience coming from, where you knew how to weld those particular pipes together in such a way to preload a chassis so when the torque hits it, it actually goes neutral? Do you know how to do that? No, you don't. Do you have a rack full of Hemi motors with whatever your choice of blowers is, given the rule book that everyone who is a part of the class already agreed on, this is what we're going to do, allowed? You don't? Well, that's not anyone else's fault. Work harder. Make some more money to be able to afford it because someone else actually can. And if they can, good for them, because you will never legislate enough against the dollar sign in this sport. We're all put in the same sort of sandbox, put in the same rules, parameters when it comes to those sorts of things. And if some guy can come up with something that's a better mousetrap, that's not his fault. That's yours, because you need to work harder. And I know I'm spending other people's money because I'm not one of those ones who can afford that, but I am one of those ones who has to go on microphone and talk about it. And you can't do this. If it's a class that has a certain limits to it, a certain rule book, that's what it is. And those guys who can make that sort of thing happen, more power to them. I love when they push it, because it is so amazing to see it happen. So that might be foul of some of the guys on this show.
And you know what? Let's put it this way, guys. To those of you who are whining about wrecking tractor racing,
Can we stop with the fucking tractor racing?
Yeah. I keep emphasizing it to show that I disagree with it.
Thank you.
If we did a pedal tractor class, I guarantee you that somebody would spend 10 grand building a component chassis pedal tractor that would whoop your ass.
Yeah, and I'm going to lose because I got long legs. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not going to be able to generate the crank force. I've already got it designed. We're going to stretch out the cranks, whatever, stroker this, stroker that. Ain't going to happen. I'm too tall. Not going to happen. It's not going to work for me. So now I'm bringing in a ringer driver, and Jason's flipping photos, but this is the stupidity that it goes to. And you think this is stupid? I'd love to introduce you to some of my drag racing friends, because you have no idea.
Who threw who under the bus here, huh?
I
didn't name anybody by name.
I don't think we did either. We could, but I'm not going to.
I'm stuck on component pedal tractor.
Shut up. You've already got designs worked out.
In my head,
I've got the pictures to prove that and the video to prove I've driven one of those component pedal tractors, and it's built for a guy who's like 5'5". When you're 6 feet tall, it doesn't work. So, let's go there. That's fine. I'm good.
And I for one will not be spending the $10,000 on the pedal tractor, because I'm 6'6", and that I won't make wheelbase. I might hire a ringer of a driver. Dusty Price, I'm looking at you. Or Adam
We're
Wilson.
Do like some kind of exotic bearings in a bottom bracket to pedal it with. Is it carbon fiber cranks? Can I use like a clipless pedal where I can wear some special shoes to pull and push on the pedal strokes? Look,
that's hilarious that you mentioned that, because I actually thought about that.
I'm a mountain biker. We can get stupid.
We'll get Ned Overend to drive.
Yes.
That sounds like a lot of work. I'm just saying.
Ned Overend has like lung capacity of I don't even know. That's crazy. I'm proud of you, Ryan. Ned Overend. That was awesome.
How about Missy the Missile?
Missy the Missile, Team Yeti.
She could ride around anybody when she rode for Cannondale.
Yeah, and she did ride
I don't know
for
what
Canada.
she's doing now, but
Tinker Juarez, let's go.
Yep.
I am officially lost.
Good.
That's all right. That happens once in a while.
The train ran clean off the damn track there for a minute.
So yeah. Anyway, $495, not that bad a price for a championship winning mod.
And that isn't just buying you the hardware. They're gonna back it with some tech knowledge. You're gonna get support for a year.
And if you want it, you can come to the Pullers Championship.
Yes.
Did they write that in the ad? If not, I'm going to text Austin Boyd.
That is another thing that we just did discuss, is that if somebody were to buy the Boyd tractors, that before we fill up all the spots, you will be able to accept the
You
spot.
can claim that spot.
And Louisville, I reckon. and Louisville.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon this will probably get us talked about on the internet.
Whatever. Paul
You
does
didn't
that.
mention-
on his own.
Successful Monday.
Good. Bring it.
Let's wrap it up. Brent, do the last. Give us a 2-minute rundown of the Polish Championship again. Kind of what's happening. We're down to right at 100 people watching live right now.
So, for the fan voting, again, it is now open. It'll be open till Sunday, January 16th until 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can vote once per day. Schultz is now posting the link into the comments, so go ahead and visit that, or it is pinned to the top of the Polars Championship Facebook page. Once you get there, it'll have you just click next when it shows you the date. You will put in your first name, last name, hit next, put in your email address, hit next, and it'll start first limited pro stock tractors. Under the name of each class, it'll tell you how many you can vote for. So for that class, you can vote for 9. You have to vote for at least 1, and then up to the number specified for each class. You can, again, vote once per day. If you see a name that's not on there, let us know so we can get them on there. Polar, if you have a new vehicle for 2022, you're switching classes, you didn't poll in 2021 but want to be on the list, let us know. We will get you on there. I guess that's pretty much the quick rundown. Once round 1 is done, we are going to take the top 20 in each class. We will put together a new list, and starting on January 24th at 8 p.m. here, the start of this show, we will open that up for round 2 of voting, and then we will fill out however many that we need. Voting for that then will close on Sunday, February 13th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, and on Monday, February 14th at 8 p.m. on this show. The Monday before the farm show, we will release the names of who will be invited through the fan vote for the Polars Championship. And just a quick update on how many we've had votes so far. And just shy of 2 hours, we have 664 votes. So again, you can vote once a day.
Thank you, Polars fans.
And vote as much as much as you want. Again, once per day. So you can vote up to, I think, 13 times that ends up being, and or 14, whatever it is, and share it with your friends, family. Share it to, if you're a polar in one of the classes and you want to be in, share it to your Facebook page or your polling page if you have one, and encourage all your fans to vote as well. The more votes that you get, the higher chance of being in that top 20, and then we'll have to move that forward then into round 2 to make sure that you get a spot in the final spot to be invited into the event. So,
Heck, if you really want in,
Brent,
talk
are you
to
going to
people
be
you
a
don't know.
camera guy? Brent, you're going to be a camera guy at Shipshawana, right?
yes.
So Ryan and I have put ourselves out there. What do we got to get you to? How much money we got to get you to shave your head?
I don't know. We'll discuss off camera.
Oh, no, that's a cop-out answer.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Hey, that's Brent. Look at Bausman's comment there.
Okay. I will update it.
Yeah, Phil got a toy for Christmas, and he's itching to run it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how much it'd take to get Jason to shave his head.
He's got to get there first.
We can sweet talk Sarah into doing it.
I was just going to say that's a question for Sarah more than
Should
Jason.
do it tonight.
He's ex-military. I think he's probably been there. Like, he knows what he's in for if he does it.
But it was high and tight back then. It's fine.
This is true. Hey, is Phil the guy who bought Bausman's tractor?
Yes.
Yep.
Got
Okay,
it.
I just see Steve.
Got it as a birthday present.
Oh, is that what? Oh, boy.
Didn't know it was coming.
That is updated with him in there now. But
Kendra gets. I think Kendra kind of gets automatic wifey of the year honors on that one.
Oh, you think? That's awesome. Guys, I'm going to end the show, but I want you all to stay on. I just want to chat real quick when we're done. If that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That'll work.
Wave goodbye to everybody.
See you,
Hey,
folks.
guys.
Thanks for watching
Thanks for voting. Keep voting.
Definitely do that.
and keep sponsoring.